U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Jaishankar bilateral is about to begin at the G20. White House has reacted to Blinken's India visit. Secretary Blinken will reaffirm strength of bilateral ties with India during India visit. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will reaffirm the strength of the U.S.-India bilateral relationship during his visit to India and will have the opportunity to discuss matters of shared interest. Officials have confirmed to our sources, have confirmed to our reporters. Blinken arrived in New Delhi on Wednesday night after his Central Asia trip. He's in New Delhi primarily to attend the G20 foreign ministers meeting. On the sidelines of the meeting, he will have a meeting with his counterpart from Quad countries and participate in a panel discussion with them. I want to quickly connect to our foreign affairs editor on what to expect in the meeting, which is to begin shortly, of the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken with Dr. Jaishankar. Geeta, what's on the table?
Well, a lot of issues when it comes to bilateral and regional, like you very rightly pointed out, Preeti. But yes, the Russia-Ukraine war, and owing to the war, the lack of consensus at G20 is certainly something that will also come up, because India would want to show a document that certainly has the signatures of all member states, and that certainly is not looking like a picture and a story that they'd be happy to tell at the end of the day, since there still is no consensus. While that is the case, there are a lot of security aspects that will be discussed. Counter-terrorism, certainly one of the major issues when it comes to the bilateral talks between India and America. The FTA also an area where a lot of forward movement has been made, but there has still not been a road map to conclude the free trade agreement between the two countries. So a lot on the table, but yes, the big elephants in the room, Russia and China, will certainly be a part of that discussion between Blinken and Jaishankar.
Geeta, where the Ukraine conflict is concerned, will there be pressure on India to confirm onto a side?
Well, not really. Right now, India is poised to be one of the global leaders, and certainly holds a unique position of having absolutely brilliant ties with Russia and with the West. If anything, maybe the United States of America might want to leverage that, because there's no other way of getting and reaching out to Moscow when it comes to getting Russia and Ukraine back to the negotiating table. Choosing sides right now for India, that certainly is not an option. India is not going to take sides, and India is very big and important both for Russia and for the United States of America to pressure India into taking sides. So that's not going to happen. But yes, the idea that this is not an era of war is something that the United States of America will continue to press upon and will continue to take forward. So at the G20, national interests in all probability, Preeti, will trump global interests and global challenges.
Are we expecting a joint statement post the meeting, Geeta?
Well, the Indian side has been working with all the member state countries to ensure that there is an outcome draft, an outcome document that is put forth with consensus. But it doesn't seem like Russia and China will agree to certain texts, and it doesn't seem like the West is going to remove those important paragraphs that mention war and aggression, Russian aggression against Ukraine. These are terminologies that Russia is going to protest, so we might see footnotes yet again where protests will be lodged by China and Russia saying that these specific paragraphs are not something that Russia and China agree with.